So handsome. Are you nervous?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No. Why, do I look it?
Not at all. Come on, you're going to ace this interview. Just remember to stress how much you love the law.
Hey, I'm engaged to the law.
Yeah, for 12 hours now.
Oh, no. I forgot our anniversary already.
Yeah, well, I'll let it slide this time, but once we're married, and if it happens again, you're dead meat. Hey, thanks for last night.
Why, all I did was ask a little question. Okay, a big question.
Yes, and you gave me this beautiful ring and a wonderful party.
Yeah, well, you can thank my mom and Chris for that. The stampede up the stairs was their idea.
Really? Oh, that's odd. It wasn't too long ago. I can remember a time that your brother wasn't very crazy about me at all. He just thought I was the 5-0 who busted you for Carlo Hesser's murder.
Yeah, well, he was the man of the house back then. He felt he had to protect the family. You know, so, but underneath all that machismo, he can't wait to have a sister-in-law like you. He loves you almost as much as my mom does. Both of them combined love you almost as much as me.
You know, I think I'm convinced. But now, don't go getting all choked up on me before this big interview.
Ah, you had to say choke and interview in the same sentence.
Oh, come on, relax. You're gonna do great.
Yeah? How exactly?
It's simple. Just, you'll dazzle them with your charm and your wit and your record of accomplishment.
Yeah. Simple.
Just be yourself.
You're right. If that's who they want, fine. If not, they're lost.
They're gonna want you. I mean, how could anyone not?
What? Now you're never going to speak to me again?
Yes.
Yes, you are, or yes, you aren't. Well, at least can I have a little sympathy for my broken hand?
No.
Cass, you're pouting.
I'm not pouting. I'm mad.
Still.
What do you mean, still? Was it just last night you came back from Taya's house smelling like a perfume factory?
I already told you why I went to see her. She just needed me.
Oh, I'm sure she did. She makes her needs all too obvious.
I meant to say she was using me.
I'm sure she was.
Cassie, come on, now cut it out. Taya was using me to publicize Alex Olanov's contribution to the Armitage investigation. Now, regardless of her motives, well, the meeting led to a front-page story for me.
It also led to lipstick on your collar.
I have no idea how that got... No, thank you. I have no idea how that got there. It probably just got on there when she was hugging me or something like that.
A hug?
Cassie,
That was supposed to help Alex. How?
Cassie, please.
I'm sorry, Kevin. I'm just, I'm a reporter. Reporter's instincts. I'm looking for details.
Well, don't those instincts tell you that lipstick on my collar is just a little bit too cliche to be plausible evidence of anything?
No. They tell me that Taya Delgado is a tramp with bad taste in makeup.
Nothing happened, okay? I swear. Now, please believe me.
I do. And I'm rational. Right now, I guess I just have Taya's perfume stuck in my brain, and all I can imagine is the two of you frozen in this torrid embrace, and I'm insecure.
I love you. That's your security.
She still had another motive than just public relations.
Yes, but I didn't, okay? So what difference does it make?
Can't help it if you're just irresistible.
No, I really can't. But I didn't think this was the ideal time to bring that up.
Now, those are reporter's instincts. Did you file your story on Patrick?
Yeah. I finished up around 2 a.m. But I didn't feel like waking you when I got home, so...
So what did Hank charge him with?
Homicide.
Poor Patrick. I wonder how he's doing.
Hey. You look terrible.
Thank you. Murder charge will do that to you, fella.
All right. You have to take some action now.
Any suggestions?
Yeah, several. For instance, why don't we pick up where we left off last night?
All right, now, the police have some information.
Well, the case is really weak. All the evidence is circumstantial.
You mentioned a setup?
Yes.
Yeah, someone's trying to frame him.
Who? Why?
I don't know.
Well, do you know how?
Is it true you went to jail to protect a source?
It's true. And I wouldn't be afraid to do it again.
There is only one other person besides Margaret who knows this story, and that's Nora. And she's bound by a client-attorney privilege. If I tell you this, I'm putting my life in your hands.
I understand.
You sure, Patrick?
Yeah. I trust the man. Truth has been locked away for too long. The truth about what happened, the truth about myself. And the secrets are coming out. Someone's seen to that. I don't know, maybe it'll set me free. I don't know. But if I'm to fight this fight and survive it, I'm in desperate need of your help. So my best friend died so soon after my sister.
Ah. I am truly sorry, Patrick. Lord Whiting. What a pity that human decency isn't passed down with lineage.
There's nothing noble about the man. But whether he deserved it or not, we should not have appointed ourselves executioners.
Perhaps not. But I'm a realist. What's done is done, Padraig. We carry on. With help, if we're lucky.
I've tried.
By washing your hands of the group.
Yes. Even when they came to me to reactivate me my last year at university.
So, you...
This is a special report from ABC News.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Peter Jennings at ABC News headquarters in New York. We interrupt briefly today for something truly historic. This afternoon in Washington, the attorneys general of more than 40 states in the American tobacco industry have reached agreement that they say will make tobacco the most regulated industry in America and will punish the tobacco companies for what smoking has done to millions of people. There are many details which you can get on the news before the night is over, but among other things, the tobacco industry will no longer dispute the fact that smoking can kill you, can cause cancer, can harm your children. The industry will pay enormous fines, and in many states they will pay health care for the next many years. The man who led the fight in the first place was the Attorney General of Mississippi, Mike Moore.
We are here today to announce what we think is, we believe, is the most historic public health achievement in history.
They are all exhausted, and you can imagine their enthusiasm in some cases leading to hyperbole, or at least momentary hyperbole. The Attorney General of Arizona said they will destroy the tobacco industry in America. That is very much yet to be decided. And the Attorney General of Florida said the Marlboro Man will be riding into the sunset on Joe Camel. We'll have many more details on World News Tonight, and I hope you'll join us. I'm Peter Jennings in New York.
For continuing coverage of this story, stay with ABC News and abcnews.com on the web and AOL. This has been a special report from ABC News.
Carried the art of the grudge to new levels. But see, that the real bomber would certainly have to have known your secret, a secret that you and others went to great lengths to bury. And Todd didn't create the Sun's reputation on his ability to do research. I mean, how could he have found out?
I have no idea.
Well, he met Keneally on Inniscrag.
If you only met him long enough for the man to have him shot in the back.
Still possible.
Is Todd really so paranoid and so pathologically determined to destroy Patrick that he would go to these hideous lengths?
Todd is capable of anything.
Well, then my question bears investigation, as daunting as it may be. I may find it necessary to get into the mind of Todd Manning.
What do you think, huh? It's not bad.
Take Star's things up to her room, Mr. Manning.
All right. Yeah. Welcome home, Star. You remember Star, don't you, huh?
Pretty girl.
Yeah. He's smart, isn't he?
Pretty girl.
Ah, the prettiest girl in the world. Prettiest girl in the world. You're getting better every day, aren't you? Just like your mother. You know, she wants us to go down to Philadelphia to visit her. And who knows? Maybe she'll be back here herself soon. Now listen to me, all right? You got a brand new immune system. It's not operating at a full capacity. But we're not gonna let a little thing like that spoil our fun, okay? Or a big thing like that either.
There's my angel. Watch it. I've got a taxidermist on speed dial. How's my sweetheart?
I'm fine, Dorian. What are you doing here?
I'm here to see my niece.
Grandniece.
Actually, it's great niece. Star. Honey, I'm so glad you're out of that dreadful hospital. Look, honey. Look what I brought you. Ha ha. Star, it's a pillow. But when you put your head down on it, here's what'll happen. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, that your mama always sings you. And that's what you are. And since you're my diamond in the sky, ta-da! Look.
What's that?
It's the first installment on Stars and a diamond necklace. Yes, with more to come on special occasions.
Which
It's
for you would be what, like a Wednesday?
Yeah, see how it sparkles?
It's very classy, Dorian, and it's unnecessary. I already gave her one of those.
A girl can never have too many diamonds.
Nor too many great aunts. You know what? Auntie Dorian is leaving now. She's going somewhere else to scare other children.
I am not leaving.
Actually, you are.
What are you saying?
Oh, I'm sorry. Was I unclear? This is my kid. This is my house, and I want you to get the hell out. Permanently.
I am not going. This is a special celebration. Star's my family, and I am entitled to be a part of this day.
Not this day.
Fine. No matter what, I will not be cut out of Star's life.
You want to bet? Judith, take her upstairs. It's time for a nap. I think Auntie Dorian has exhausted her.
Here, Judith, put this in her crib. Thank you. Twinkle, twinkle, my little star. How I wonder what you are.
I'm a father who wants you gone.
I don't care what you want. In Blair's absence, I am her advocate. I'm looking after her interests first and foremost. Come, Star.
I should have known that something like this was going to happen, right? I just thought maybe I would get a break. You know, for months I thought that my kid was going to die, and then I spent weeks gawking at her through glass, and then when the doctor finally says that the kid is well enough to come home, I get to spend, what, like 2 seconds with her before you come storming in and rain all over everything.
Anything else?
No. Yeah.
A reminder. When Blair was on her way to Philadelphia for surgery, she said that I was going to take care of Star and not you. Now, she is in my house, and I decide who she can see and who she cannot see.
Here's another reminder, okay? Star's custody has still not been resolved. And I doubt it very much if a judge would take kindly to another sick stunt like you're dragging my sister into an open court.
I just wanted your family's mental history to be on record.
I would match it any day of the week with your legal history, Todd. If it were up to me, I would raise Star myself, and you would have nothing to do with her upbringing.
And if it were up to me, I'd have her raised by wolves. At least they have a maternal instinct.
I would do anything for Star.
Yeah, if it fit into your schedule, your ego, your image.
You don't want Star. You just can't stand losing a fight, especially to me.
I haven't lost anything.
Get out. It would be a mistake to fight me on this.
Of course. Anything you say. Anything at all.
Oh, I feel terrible.
Martinis?
Sure. Oh, no. It's not a hangover.
Dorian.
No. It's Patrick Thornhart. I mean, I just don't believe this guy's a terrorist.
Frankly, neither do I.
But there's a whole pile of evidence.
Circumstantial, I'm told.
Yeah. Listen, I know this is Kevin's story, and I don't want to step on any toes.
No, of course not.
But the professor and I have gotten to be pretty good pals. And I'd like to do a little poking around, maybe give him a helping hand.
This wouldn't have anything to do with Kevin stepping on your toes during the hostage crisis.
It's just a favor for a friend.
Well, in that case, I'm sure Kevin won't object to a few discreet inquiries based on the terms we've discussed.
Thank you. You know, something about this whole case bothers me. I mean, even our own headlines don't ring true for me, let alone this rags. What is it about your brother?
Oh, my goodness, that is a broad question.
Well, he defies precision. I've got a stack of the background material, and every file doesn't prepare me for the reality of Todd Manning.
He's complicated. And I think frighteningly intelligent. Though, of course, he refuses to present himself as such.
Yeah. My guess is that people flee the room long before the subject of his IQ comes up in conversation. I don't think he wants to let people get to know him at all.
No, that's very calculated. Intimacy of any kind is a problem for Todd. Distance is safe for him. Distance keeps other people from harming him, and vice versa. Todd has this idea that he was born under a dark star.
Ah, so it's his destiny to be the worst Todd he can be?
Something like that. But I know that there's a light there somewhere. There is the possibility of something much better. Which is the reason that I always forgive him, no matter what he does.
Well, that's a very nice lead into my next question. How far do you think your brother would go? Is there any line that he wouldn't cross?
You're crossing the line, Kev. I'm a cop. You're a reporter. Just be satisfied with what you learned at Patrick's hearing.
Yeah, but, Bo, I'm not a hack from the Sun. I know you have something else.
Nothing that I'm prepared to discuss at this juncture, period.
Bo, you, based your arrest on circumstantial evidence. Is that enough for a conviction?
What we have is compelling enough to warrant Patrick's arrest.
Do you have any news from the bomb squad about the chemical traces found in his apartment?
Not yet. But if they match the explosive material we found on the Armitage yacht, then I'd say that things are looking real bad for Patrick.
But you don't think he did it?
My gut says no, but the evidence is starting to say otherwise. Hey.
Hey, press conference?
No, an update on the explosion. Off the record.
Oh, that's nice.
Hey, what did you have for breakfast this morning?
What do you mean?
I think Kevin's referring to your mood.
All right, I have some news. Antonio proposed to me last night. We're engaged.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Harrison, don't you know that if you get engaged, the first thing you do is call your boss?
Oh, well.
Andy,
great. Look at it.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
That's great.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah.
I can't believe the way he did it and everything. It
Hey, it even matches your skin tone. Huh?
Did you set a date?
Beginning of August. We want to save plenty of time to stay for a honeymoon before he goes to law school.
Well, that sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
I wish you both all the happiness in the world.
Thanks, Kevin. And coming from you, that really means a lot to me. All the best, Andy.
Harrison, why don't you just step over to the counter? I'd like to buy you some coffee, and I'd like to discuss a few things with your future mother-in-law.
Oh, wait a minute. One question about the
Keep
bombing.
you posted, Kev. Nice glove.
Hey. You don't look too, overjoyed there.
No, I am. I mean, I'm happy for them.
Mm-hmm.
For Andy, you know. Joy on her face was overwhelming. Mm-hmm. I mean, I envy her. I envy them. You know, their certainty.
But?
Well, nothing. I mean, I just know what they're going to face, that's all.
Okay, I'll bite. What are they going to face?
Well, they love each other. That much is obvious. And, you know, marriage changes things. And a new couple needs time to adjust to that dynamic, and that's a luxury that they won't have. And Tony's going to be in the law library most nights trying to stay afloat, and Andy's going to be out on the street trying to stay alive. And I don't know, I can't imagine making that kind of a commitment to someone under those circumstances.
Hey. So they'll have it a little difficult. You know? What worth having isn't difficult. If they're right for each other, that's all they need to keep them together.
Don't you have any fears?
No.
You're not scared for us?
No.
I am.
Well, don't be. Because you and I, we have all the time in the world.
I'm not ready to sign off on this marriage.
Why not?
Because Harrison here is one of my best detectives, so I'm going to need some assurances.
Of course. Like what?
First of all, you have to promise to share the secret for the best brewed coffee in Lambview with your future daughter-in-law here. I mean, the stuff that she perks up there at the station, it's like sludge.
Oh, I don't even make coffee.
She admitted it.
Anything else?
Yes. The second one is crucial.
Oh, no, you're not going to ask...
Yes. The flan recipe.
But I've never even given that to another soul. It's not even written down.
Carlotta.
Well, I guess since I'm getting a daughter in the bargain, I have to make an exception.
Thank you.
You have my blessing now.
Okay.
But you've got to promise to let Normie throw you a surprise engagement party.
Oh, that would be great. Oh, you should have seen the fiesta that she threw for Antonio. I mean, 10 minutes after he proposed, she burst in with all of Angel Square.
Well, we're just glad that Antonio got his courage up.
Yeah, Antonio's a good guy. He's a lucky guy. He's a missing guy. Where is he anyway?
Oh, he's at his grant interview.
Don't worry, he's going to get that.
Well, I hope so. Our lives would be a lot simpler if he does.
There's no simple explanation as to why Todd behaves the way he does. Maybe it was predestined by my father, I don't know.
Victor Lord's genetic legacy?
That's a theory.
Although Todd didn't suffer the abuse that I did at my father's hands, nonetheless, he suffered at the hands of his adoptive father. But he externalizes his anger. He just lashes out at the world. And I let others do it for me.
But his rage hurt a lot of other people.
Yes, it does. Himself included. But he's no sociopath, you know. He knows exactly the pain that he's causing. In fact, if you study his face sometime, if he will ever allow you the opportunity, you will see there remorse and regret.
Has he changed?
Yeah, I think he has. I think he's learned a certain amount of control.
Well, he really had it in for Patrick after Blair's accident, and that was a major accusation.
Well, yes, it was, but they have a very bad history together. Besides, after you proved that Patrick was telling the truth about the other car, he just let that go. He's just been focused on his daughter's recovery.
Todd as parent. What a concept.
He's an excellent father. He's just terrified of responsibility.
As are we all. Well, what am I supposed to do with a Todd I can relate to?
Is he part of the story?
If it involves Patrick Thornhart, Todd Manning is never far behind.
My goodness. Well, I tell you what, Todd is bringing his daughter home from the hospital today, and I'm going to go over there later on to see how she is. Maybe I'll just take his emotional temperature while I'm at it.
I'm Antonio Vega.
We know. Please have a seat, Mr. Vega.
I want to thank the committee for meeting with me. It's an honor to be considered. If you choose me to receive this grant, it will make a big difference in my future.
Go on, Mr. Vega.
Thank you. Law school's been a dream of mine for a long time. And this is the closest I've come to making it a reality.
Well, we would like to discuss some of the reasons why that dream has remained out of reach thus far.
Okay.
To the question, have you ever been convicted of a felony? Your reply was yes.
Correct.
Which refers to the murder of one Ziggy Martinez?
Yes.
And you spent time in prison on this charge?
Yes. 6 years. But you should also have a paper in your files that states that conviction was recently overturned.
Yes, self-defense.
Then there's the matter of the death of Carlo Hesser, your second murder trial.
Those charges were dropped too. Turns out the mayor killed him. Excuse me. Former mayor.
I appreciate your candor, Mr. Vega. But some of the specifics of your application raise questions for me as to the advisability of giving you this grant.
It's true I have a long history with the criminal justice system. I ran with the gang when I was a kid, and I've had my share of run-ins with the police. You have my record. You'll notice that it says 6 years I spent in prison was a mistake. They were wrong. 1989 to 1995. 6 years are gone to me. But I still don't see how such an injustice disqualifies me from the practice of law. If anything, it makes me more qualified. I know what happens to a defendant when a DA confuses conviction for justice because I lived it. I didn't become interested in law for the money or the prestige. I began the study of law in Statesville Prison to save my life. When I was released, some people, good people, helped me clear my name. You should have some recommendations from them in your files, too. What those letters say to me is that this justice system is imperfect. Well, I think I could help make it a better one. In fact, I know I can. So if that's not enough, I'm not so sure I want your grant. But with or without it, I'm going to law school. I'm going to be a lawyer.
Thank you for your statement, Mr. Vega. It was very powerful. But actually, I just wanted to ask you about this credit union you've started in your community. It sounds very interesting, but are you sure it's not going to interfere with your studies?
Things to do. Destroy the banner.
Speak of the devil.
I won't ask.
Bird's asleep.
Oh, you're so amusing. It's for Star.
Oh, well, she's asleep, too. She might wake up soon, though. What is it?
Oh, it's just a little toy from Jessie and for me. It was actually one of Jessie's favorites.
That's nice. I'm sure Star will like it.
You must be thrilled to have her home.
Yeah. I'll wait till you see her. She's perfect. I think she just needed to get away from all of those sick people.
Maybe just to get home with her father?
Well, maybe. Things were pretty quiet here without her, and you know I don't like quiet. I go crazy. You want some coffee?
No, thank you. Something bothering you?
No. Why?
Because I know you.
I guess you're just picking up on all of the psychic residue from, the psychic havoc that Diamond Lil unleashed on me earlier.
Dorian?
Mm-hmm. Star and I were in the door for like 3 seconds, and then Dorian comes storming in here and treats her like she's a piece of property. Tries to put a flag in her to claim her for the Kramers.
Well, surely Dorian knows that Blair asked you to take care of her.
Yeah, but what's your point?
Ah, yes. I guess you're right. Somebody else's express wish has never carried much weight with Dorian. And then given all the other stress you've been under.
What stress?
What stress? Blair's pregnancy, your baby's illness, Blair's accident.
No, I'm all over that. My kid came home. Besides, I got a plan over there that's going to put your paper right in the ground.
You can say what you like, but I know what you've been through, and I know the toll it's taken on you, okay? I'm just here to hold out a hand as your sister. I mean, you were so angry with Patrick Thornhart after the accident. Made all those baseless accusations.
Baseless? I was totally right about him.
So come on, what happened?
How was the interview?
They said they'd have an answer for me within 2 or 3 days. All we can do now is wait.
Mother de Dios, all this waiting.
Oh, trust me, I have plenty to keep me busy. I have the admissions to law school test coming up.
Yeah, so what? We wait, the LSATs, and plan a wedding. What are you doing in August?
Oh, me? Oh, I'm going away to my summer house.
Yeah.
I only hope that I'll just make it to my son's wedding.
Oh, come on, Mommy. You don't, have some preparations to make?
Oh, of course. I'll have to buy a new dress.
Mommy.
Okay, if my son and his fiancée ask me very nicely, I'll plan them the biggest party that they've ever seen.
Any news?
Yeah, well, if there's anything to be had in this town, it's at the Banner.
Did you find anything useful?
Yes. I got permission from my publisher to go on with the investigation.
You got what? You got permission? This is my life you're playing with here.
Patrick, would you calm yourself for a minute? Let me explain. Officially, it's Kevin's story. I had to tell Vicky that I'm pursuing this on purely a personal basis.
I'm sorry, it's been a rough morning.
Yeah, we're nearly at our wits' end.
I can imagine.
I appreciate everything you're doing for me, okay?
I know you do. And I have made some progress. I mean, I spent a couple hours on the phone cashing in some chits with my friends in the Irish-American community. You know, stout-hearted lads. And if Keneally has made any new contacts in the States, those boys won't let it get past them.
What about Todd?
Oh, yes, the missing link. Well, possibly. I just had a chat with the only woman in the world who might be a match for him.
Vicky?
Yeah, she shared some very valuable insights with me on the subject of her brother. She was about to go visit Starr, and she told me she'd take a reading for me.
What, a reading?
Yeah, of Todd's emotional thermometer. His mental state may be the key to this mess. I mean, if his mercury's gone off the charts, we need to do something soon.
I just hope it's in time to save Patrick.
You're being absolutely ridiculous, you know that? Patrick was vindicated, you know that perfectly well. Kelly came forward. Isn't that the end of it?
Oh, yeah, no, I know it was an accident. Kelly told me.
Hello? So what do you mean you were right about Patrick?
Well, I was thinking more of in a general sense, you know, little things like blowing people to smithereens.
Yes, I saw that, expressed with your usual pithiness.
I was going to be pithier, you know. Patrick Thornhart, unipoet.
Lovely, just lovely. I hate to muddy the waters with this pesky little reminder that Patrick has merely been arrested, not convicted.
Yeah, but he's guilty, I know that. I guess when Irish eyes aren't smiling, people die.
The case against him is completely, purely circumstantial.
Yeah, well, that may be the banner spin on it, but see, I have a source that's given me certain explosive information about Patrick.
Such as?
Well, you're just gonna have to buy a copy of The Sun just like everybody else, but trust me, it will be worth all that spare change. What?
You tell me.
I guess this is how I am when I'm about to beat the pants off the competition. What?
Stay tuned for scenes from the next One Life to Live.